I found out that my husband had been hiding about $27,000 in debt. Not the first time he's had debt that I wasn't aware of, but definitely the largest amount. And the biggest issue was that I was finding out in small pieces, and he would say that that was it. There's nothing more, and then I continue to find more and more
Mm.
debts. And so it's more around the lying. That's been the larger issue, I think, for me. And then more recently, found out that he had stolen money out of our HSA account to put towards these debts, and then respent it. So it's kind of a short of it, simply is this pattern of spending and lying. I feel like I don't even know who he is at the moment.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I've built a life. I've spent a decade with this guy. I don't even know who you are. Which,
yes.
when you look in the mirror, you ask yourself, how did I miss this?
Mm-hmm.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? How I'm a
what
person
else?
who, and I miss this.
Yeah.
Or you ask yourself there's the disbelief question that's like, how did I miss this? Or there's the shame question, which is, I knew in my gut something wasn't right, and I didn't press it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's he spending his money on?
Oh, this mobile phone game purchases are the majority of it.
Have you seen the receipts?
Yeah, I looked through all the bank statements, credit card statements, and there's some other purchases, but the bulk of it is on mobile games. And he has started to get counseling around it, and it seems to be connected to some sort of collection addiction, like to collecting things, I guess, is what he's been saying. So
Can I tell you, this is not passing my smell test?
I know, me either. That's like,
are you sure
every
it's not
time
OnlyFans? All right, I've been telling you about Cozy Earth for a long time now. Cozy Earth has so many products that my family and I love because Cozy Earth gives you the kind of comfort that makes coming home a reason to drop your shoulders and even celebrate. All of Cozy Earth's gear is breathable and cozy, just like the name says. And as always, Cozy Earth stands by their products. You can check them out, you can try them out, and if you don't love them, you can return them hassle-free. Go to cozyearth.com/Delony and use code Delony for an incredible offer just for my audience.
Like,
are you sure
every
it's not
time
OnlyFans?
I was looking into that. Well, I couldn't find any evidence of it on what I had access to, but that's what my gut's telling me.
This may have this like, I'm trying to rack my brain real fast live while we're talking. I've heard gambling.
Yeah.
I've heard like almost an OCD-esque compulsion towards like when a collector, like a baseball card comes up, I gotta get it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And all of the majority has been either online gambling or some sort of OnlyFans, or I'm seeing somebody else who have a drug problem. I can't think of a time in my life when I've heard addicted to
mobile. Yeah. It's his whole thing is like, oh, you collect characters and then you become like, I'm like the top guy in the league and I am the one that everybody goes to. And I'm like, well, that sounds like there's some self-worth stuff there. But I feel like there's more. That's kind of been the challenge, is every time it's like, no, that's it. My gut was like, no, that's not it. And then eventually there would be more. And it's hard to view this as one incident.
No, it's financial infidelity. He's cheated on you a number of times.
A number of times. And then with the continual lying and the continual unveiling, of more and more. I've given so many opportunities to just, even the first, portion of this that I discovered, I was like, hey, let's just, we're trying to get our finances together. We're going to debt free and all this stuff. So let's just put our cards on the table. Like, this is the time, like, just whatever it is, we'll tackle it together. And
do you have kids?
That's it. I promise,
Do you have kids?
Yeah, we have one together, and we're a blended family. So we have two kids from other marriages, but we have one child together.
So you've been married before?
Yes, we both were married before.
What happened in your first marriage? Why did that marriage end?
I was actually in a very abusive, like toxic relationship with a man that was, both emotionally, physically, sexually abusive, and lied and cheated and did all of those horrible things. It took me about 6 years to get out of that situation. So when I met my husband,
and now we're back.
Mm-hmm.
We're back.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, this is this whole sense of safety that I found with him got just demolished because
you traded passivity for violence, which was I get the trade. It's a good trade. But the underlying core deceiving, dishonorable, dishonest person still there.
Yeah, that's what which is this whole kind of full circle. Like, I don't even know who you are, because I thought I was getting this totally different sort of, which, I mean, he's nothing like that. That's an extreme, but,
no, I mean, you took the acute physical and sexual and psychological safety. Like you knew enough to walk away from that, but we still plugged into the same core. Challenge. Yeah. So let me ask you this: have you pulled credit reports for both of you?
Yes. So we've got it. Yeah.
You're confident that you're locked in at 27,000 in the hole.
I am not, because there are ways to have money loans that are not on your credit report, or ways for money to, just like the HSA. I told him, I go, credit reports aren't the only way to discover. And then I find out, you have thousands of dollars have been taken out of her. So there are things that I still may not know.
Have you checked your retirement accounts?
Yes, I have all those. We have all the accounts we have, like, those are linked into a money app that we use. So I have, and things that weren't are now linked in there.
But there's no loans against those things.
Correct. Right.
Have you called your mortgage company to see if there's a HELOC against your house?
Oh gosh, no. I'll check that.
I would do that today.
Okay.
And here's to cut to the chase and get beneath all of the madness. Here's your path forward. Okay. Question number 1, you have to ask yourself, is this an or what moment? And what I mean by that is, you have to be honest about answering this question. Am I going to stay, or am I going to go?
Right.
And any question, like, if you are out, I'm going to say he deserves, and I know people are going to bristle at that. Every human deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. I don't care who you are. You deserve me to tell you the truth. If you're out, I want you to exhale and be honest about that path. Okay?
Okay.
If you're wondering, I don't know, I need to see some big improvements, everything's got to change, like, that's the old Dumb and Dumber, so you tell me there's a chance.
Yes.
and here's the thing. And I know it's like, I don't want to do any more work. I just gave you another thing. You're like, well, crap, I didn't think about the freaking HELOC. Like, I know you don't want to do any more work, but here we are, okay?
Right.
You have to do this hard, gut-wrenching thing, which is, I am going to give you a path back to reestablishing, from scratch, establishing trust. And here's what must be true.
Yeah.
And I would suggest things like, you cannot have a cell phone. You can have a brick phone. Otherwise, I can't breathe. I don't trust you.
Right.
I can't
I mean, that's,
trust you. It's not a
you
me
can't.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a you thing.
Mhm.
You've made
Mhm.
it impossible. So here's a brick phone. We're going to buy one. It has no internet access to it. It can text and it can
Yeah.
whatever. I'm going to set up a Bark account or whatever, a Covenant Eyes account or whatever, and I'm going to attach it to your phone and to our home computers so that it gives me a report of whenever I go to websites.
Mm.
Like
I didn't
you,
even know that was a thing.
yeah.
Okay.
So normally it's for parents and teenagers, right? Parents and kids, but
Right.
the sentiment is here. I am going to, here's what you are going to choose to do if you want to choose to be in a relationship with me.
Yeah.
And when
Have those.
a partner gets cheated on, which is what's happened to you, you set the 60, 90 day, 120 day, 180 day, you set the path for reestablishing trust. And
Yeah.
to not do that is not fair. Because you're forcing him to be a mind reader and to quote unquote make you feel a certain way, and he'll never be able to make you feel a certain way.
Right.
You're gonna feel awkward, uncomfortable. You're gonna second guess everything forever. That's just what happens when you've been cheated on your whole life, right?
Yeah.
To not give him a path and to
Indeed.
stay in a relationship isn't fair, or call it.
Right.
And I hate to be that brass tacks about it, but that's where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of tracks then with what I've done. I mean, I haven't done the website check or checked our HELOC, but, we've got boundaries and accountability and
No.
sort of things in place.
That's you building
Yeah.
walls. That's you building boundaries.
Oh,
You need to see him.
okay.
Like, you have to protect yourself. He's stealing from your medical account.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It's slimy.
and you have a child. This is about protection, right?
Yeah.
I don't want him to get credit for we're working together toward. No. You as a mother have had to. You've had to get a bow and arrow to go defend and protect your family because he's one of the people trying to take from it. And when you start stealing from your kids' HSA, God help you, dude.
I know. That's right.
You know what I mean? So you're not crazy.
Yeah.
You're not crazy.
Yeah.
And so this isn't about you doing what you ran a bunch of credit reports. You went and checked a bunch of numbers to make sure you are safe and your kids are safe. That's not y'all being on the path to getting well again.
Right.
Okay? That's you going to the ER. That's not about longevity. Now you're going to give him a path, a sidewalk, a cobblestone path that he can choose to walk or not. He might say, I don't want to be married to you if it means no phone.
Right.
He's a grown man. He gets to pick that.
Yes, yeah.
He may say, I'm not sharing my money in your account. I'm a grown man. I can do what I want. He can say, this is my HSA too. And legally, he's right.
Yeah.
Right? So, but it's giving him a path to say, if you want to build trust from scratch, from ash, here's what that'll look like.
Okay. I wasn't connecting the difference between like boundary setting versus like, I don't know, path forward. So that's good. That gives me some stuff to think about.
Or let me like to make a visceral example for you because you lived this. There was a moment when you had to get you and a kid out of your last house, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. That's what you just did, except you did it financially.
Only, I mean, kind of. He still has access to everything.
Okay.
Which makes me so nervous.
There you go. Okay, so if reestablishing trust is you don't have access to this account for 120 days.
Yeah.
So that I can get my feet back under me.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, everybody who's ever been cheated on, everybody who's been in a relationship with somebody who's committed any sort of infidelity, right? You also, Kenna, you've got to spend some time with you, both in honoring what I had this feeling in my guts and I was wrong. And I have a sense you're doing it again right now.
Yeah.
I know, in your bones or something else, and you're so exhausted from first marriage, you're exhausted from this marriage, you're exhausted from 10 years of being gaslit. It's just easier just to go on with the gaslights on.
So that's what I'm afraid. I have this fear that either I'm unjust, well, not unjustly, but am I making a judgment call that may not be true, or has time and time again, it's been proven my gut is accurate. And not only is there probably more to this probably will happen again because it's already happened once before. So, yeah. Well, that's sobering.
Well, most people don't realize that when somebody cheats on you or deceives you, that one of I think the hardest person to trust again is you.
Yeah, 100%. I keep making bad calls.
No. It's not. Because somewhere along the way, if you and I sat down for a couple hours, we would be able to trace all the way back in your life when it was very clear to you that whatever you felt was wrong, and you need to shut up with your stupid gut feelings and with your sense and with your insights. You be quiet and let somebody else do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That probably goes all the way back to when you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You're not messed up. There's not something wrong with you. You're not an idiot. The next evolution of you learning to walk in your skin and walk in your shoes is, I am worthy of being trusted. And if you, deceiver, don't like the fact that I'm asking questions, or I am trusting my intuition, I'm trusting my lived experience, that's your problem, not mine. But reestablishing trust with yourself. And here's what that looks like. I will commit to, if I have a gut feeling about something, I'm going to ask. I'm not going to keep secrets. And often we think of keeping secrets as things we're not going to tell that we did. Secrets are also questions we're not asking. You can be nervous about something, have an intuition about something, wonder if somebody's cheating or hiding money or whatever the thing is, and it's a secret to be harboring that in your spirit, in your chest, and not put it on the table for your partner to answer and to address. I'm not going to keep secrets anymore. I'm worth not keeping secrets anymore. So that's your path. Make a call, and I'm not going to make that call for you. I'm either in or I'm out, and if I'm in, I am going to be very thoughtful. And you know what? I'm going to go 30 days by 30 days. I'm going to revise it every 30 days. But for 30 days, here's how you can establish trust. No phones, no connection to our bank accounts or what. You get to decide what they are, and they can sound extreme. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're trying to catch your breath after running out of a house that was on fire. And that's what matters here. You're not crazy, Kenna. You're not crazy. You get to decide what happens next, and then your husband gets to choose, is he in or is he out?